Alright peeps, welcome back to Planet Crafter. You find me lost in the mist. And if we take the bottom left of our screen out of the headlights, really in need of some bait. And the only thing we have to eat here is animal food. So let's chop those down for 40 a pop, and then have ourselves a bit of an explore down here and see what we can find, other than the edge of the rock. Oh, I wouldn't mind getting out of here like. Now thankfully, through this fog, we can see water, and I do know there's a big old waterfall that we should be keeping an eye out for, because that'll lead us back to safety. Well, for now, I'm just gonna enjoy having myself a little bit of a drive doing the newly flooded, dehydrated desert bit. Especially because this water, not that you can see it from here, is super iridescent. Did you see the waterfall? I believe it's just around this rock here. There it is! Waterfall on the right. And then we can submerge ourselves in this lovely, freshly rehydrated bit desert here. It's a shame there's still loads of bloody dust storms knocking about. But other than that, it's nice and rehydrated, isn't it? I wonder if this was part of the side of the map that I was actually out here to have an explore of. Of course, I'm not going to drive off there, but I've likely been out here having a little bit of a mooch on top of this rock and being like, oh, look at all of the crazy bloody terrain out yonder. And yes, it is all a sea here. Well, that makes it slightly less crazy, doesn't it? You're supposed to be looking at a lovely sea. Aye, this is definitely where I was looking over. I was standing over yonder way, and you see that there's a bit of rock poking out there. I could see all the way underneath it. That also means that this bit of the map here has got like a very different feel, because it would have just been sheer cliff faces off to nothingness previously, whereas now, at least... Hello, launch platform. Now it's like cute little beaches, and then you're going out to the sea. Just ideally, don't go out to that drop off in the sea. Anywho, let's have ourselves a bit of an explore of this wee base. Maybe there's some food knocking about. I don't know why there would be, considering this is a bloody bot world, but maybe this is part of the Sentinel Corp Espionage mission. Although if it is, they didn't bring any bloody food with them, which probably explains why they weren't so bloody successful, you know? But maybe at the tippity top, we can have ourselves a read of a message. One by one, I deactivated them. And now they didn't work anymore. But one of them got me thinking. I saw it just before it broke down. It seemed almost human. The last moments. The story that it left on its logs. A story of defeat. Yet it didn't give up, even when it realized everything was over. It's strange to see such machines fail with so much dignity. But a mission is a mission, and this one is over now. Oh, so this must be where... Oh, is this an extraction platform? Oh, I believe it's an extraction platform, not a launch platform. There's no ladders, that's right. And in case I wanted an extraction platform of my own, but I built one in the last episode, there's a blueprint there for it. But are there any goodies to be looted or dismantled over yonder way? Or are these just bloody staging legs that get left behind? Well, I can safely say that we definitely didn't come over this bit of the desert last time. And I didn't know if I should go over the edge, you know, when I'm flying, because surely I'll be above the water. But what if I'm not and I just drop like a stone? I can't risk the rover like that. Was it here where I was? Was I legitimately here? And I was that close to it, now, well, I was going to say I didn't see it, but of course I didn't see it. It's behind all of the fog. But yeah, no, I do think this was the spot where I noticed, and I was like, damn, is there going to be a sea here? Because those rocks are just bloody chilling otherwise. But anywho, this means we should be around about that spot that I wanted to check out. And I don't know why I'm coming round here. There's surely nothing at all. Of course not. But anywho, back into the cave. This is probably where we bloody started the episode, isn't it? But I do have a bit of an idea of where I need to go now, at least. Oh, there we go, we're back to the base, which means there's an opening to the left here-ish. Opening, aye, and then we go to the right, and we should see the waterfall. And now all we need to do is just make our way back to the waterfall maybe even gan up the side walls here, have yourself an easy scooter boot back to the main map, where we can see more than 3 bloody meters in front of our face. Oh, look at that. I can see at least 15 meters in front of me face. But as we go through the waterfall here, you can see this is where my extraction platform is. I still need the super alloy! Well, hopefully the drones have picked up enough from the mines, especially considering I've just driven straight past the fecker. Oh, hello, drones! You finally caught us up. There better be a couple of years gone for those super alloys, like. But look at this whole setup we've got here. Like, none of this has changed since when we first landed. Apart from how much of it we can see at once. Ha look at this! Go on, drone! Get it! Go on, get the bloody bucket! There you can! Hey, I love bloody messing with the drones. But yeah, look how clear this whole bloody setup is here with the ship and everything. It's a brand new world. And I'm gonna park me rover on the bloody rails there. And then I'll be able to empty most of the shite straight into my inventory so it can gan into our piles of shite chest here. And we have ourselves a handful of posters that need to be putting up. And ye know precisely where they're going. On our big poster wall, of course. We're going to get ourselves a big poster key on that corner. A big poster key on that corner. Then naturally we're going to do a poster D next to it. Followed by a poster bloody E here. Now that is a lovely little poster wall. And if we can keep hanging them down, we can even go around the side if the mood takes us. Now, do we have any super alloy rods knocking about in here? Do we? Shite! What about under the dome? Do we have any super alloy rods? We do! Well, in that case, peeps, we are going to have to go out our emergency exit so we can have a quick slurp of the river here. Jump some basic bait. Head outside into a rover and then have ourselves a bit of a bloody drive all the way to the ex-snowy mountain hour here. Hopefully via a bit of a rub your rover against the rock action. And are we close enough now? Can I very simply plop down a T3 ore extractor? Maybe not here, maybe back here though. For some reason that's a no. What if we re-click it? Oh, it's still a no. How peculiar. Well, in that case, we're going to have to go down to the middle. Ah, yes, that's what the rover does now. It has a bit of a bloody nose grind, and then it's ready to go. I mean, being down the bottom here is near the end of the world for us, to be fair. Our drones can go straight through walls, like no one's business. And this is where we're going to be grabbing our uraniate. And sending it back to the uraniate chests, of course. Oh, look at me wee rover over there. Just parked by the beach. To be fair, I haven't really explored this area all that much. We've came up here a few times, but that was mainly just to experiment with breaking the ice. Which turns out just happens via some... Oh, uranium, hello. That happens via terraformation anywho. I feel a bit dangerous parking me rover here, like it's about to get bloody conked. Even the rover's scared, look at it. It's bloody scooting down the hill away from that little needle right there. Anywho, let's see what mad loot we have in this chest hidden away here. I saw a bit of blue, and I'll take all of you. And I'll certainly take these bloody uranium rods. This is a loaded little bit of corner of the mine. And we even have a screen on the back. Terraforming task. Extracting minerals to create energy generation in order to power future installations of Starform Robotics' autonomous terraforming technology. Last status. My sensors indicate that temperatures in this area are not suitable for my survival. Am I cold? You might be cold. Have you got any iridium heaters in you? Well, you are definitely cold then, pal. And these are all rods. I thought these were just bits of bloody uranium, you know. Not full-on rods not going to put on the deck. Any secrets behind this flap here? Oh, it's always worth checking behind the flaps. Well, I suppose now... Oh, no, these are uranium. That's fair enough. I thought all of these were uranium rods and I was going to have to pick them all up. But no, I just need to loot some boxes. And fill some boxes. Well, with me boxes filled, I reckon it's time. Oh, I forgot about you being a big massive boy up there. And I didn't see that. That's well cool. I mean, what a perfect backdrop to a glitchy little happy dance. Oh, this is absolutely divine right here with the big old drone and the wee rover in comparison. Well, let's get back to the bloody exploration at hand, which is inside here, not down there. Oh, hello? What happened to ye? You were knocking about underground looking for signs of life, and all you found was a blueprint microchip. Oh, but they might have some fat loot in hither. Oh, and it would seem me rover has slid down and is now crashed in to the other rover. You did this to yourself, you know. And that's what really hurts. I'm also pressing W right now, peeps. And now we're off. Oh, Humble is a special planet for the rover, like. It's a fun old time. Oh no, the rover's coming for us. Quick, put everything in the rover before it runs us over. Oh no! Oh, it stopped. It stopped on me bloody helmet. Oh, it's coming for us. Or do I just need to get the bloody handbrakes fixed? Honestly, haven't had this bloody rover checked over by a mechanic for, I don't know, about 40 years now. Probably just needs the bloody drums redoing on it. But before we follow the rovers back to the base, we've got to have ourselves a quick slurp and then gone off on one through the little mountain. Not up the mountain, rover, through the mountain. And I am curious what the blooming neck is going on here. Rover, will you? No, I actually shouldn't trust that. Ooh, what's going on through the wall there? Is that the other cave with the big drone where I parked the rover in front of it and found the nuclear reactors underneath? I'm half tempted to see if I can get through this wall, you know, just to see if that is what I'm thinking it is through there. Oh, go on, camera. Send us through the wall. Yes, look, it is. You can see the big drone. Alright, we should be about to see it. Oh, it's just bloody cooked us. The camera cook. Ah, well, let's just leave the rover here while we explore this weird bit of cave up here. Because it is a weird bit of bloody cave. They've got invisible walls and rocks and ceilings and everything up here. And that seems to be the same for doing the bottom. So let's head back out into a rover and back into some sort of potential, maybe safety? I'm not entirely sure if the spin around on the spot job will fix this. Maybe I just need to come out of fly mode and get old fashioned on this fecker. Just W your way out like nout's a matter. Oh, that's right. I've been wanting to check that out for yonks. Let's go and climb these vines, but not before looting this chest. Tell you what, like peeps, I think this is some of the most technical rovering I've ever done. Now I'm hoping I can peek up just here. Oh, I was hoping you see the ledge right on top of us. That's what I was aiming for. Get on top of that. And then hopefully get on top of the rest. But I might have to go for the second ledge. This is absolutely wild rovering up against the rocks here. But you know, you gotta hone your skills somehow. Or just rub your old regular human face up against the rocks. Because that is much more efficient. Look at this, I'm already up here, man. I'm already up where I couldn't have gone on the rover. It's still snowy up here. That's how high up we are. But anywho, let's have ourselves a bit of a scoot across the vines and see what delights this bit rocket holds. Now, was this rocket here like initially when I done the first little tour? And could we have like dove on it and everything and selected it while it was still on the ground and not up in the sky like it is now? But anywho, let's see what's in here. Terra tokens, I'll take them. I can't dismantle this unfortunately, so it's just going to have to be a blot on the landscape forevermore. But while I'm up here, I may as well say goodbye to the drones, and then see if there's any mad hidden loot on top of these rocks. Well, there was no loot, but this view makes us want to throw me hands up in the air like I just don't bloody care that there was no loot whatsoever up on the top of here. Well, apart from the debris, of course. Now, even though we've got all of the chests with all of the organisation, I've noticed one chest that we Divney have here. And that chest is going to have to go in the kipping room, next to our old Sunzio suit here, right on the side of the door, where we store all of our clays. So now our Compto, Goldeo, Rodado suits, as well as a couple of Terraformer and a backup Glick suit, can stay safe away from the space moths. Now some of the other things that don't automatically get popped anywhere, because there's no automatic thing for them in the game, are these drone logs, so they get chucked straight in the logos chest. Yeah, already now we'll like to go onto a veranda, gone straight into this first hole, and drop all of our bonus seed bags on the deck here to help with the cascade. But since we're out and about here, having myself a fly doing the hole, I reckon it could be a canny idea. Mainly because I just remembered earlier that we set off the big old trade rocket, and there it is. Well, I say big old, it's canny small, but it had a big old job on its hands, launching back into this bloody spot, underneath the cave without damaging any of the tree here. But we got our fuses, so I'm happy as. Oh, and I actually need 8 blow bags. I suppose it's a good thing that in my bio business basement, we have a bio lab. So I can easily, because all of these ingredients are... Ooh, hello, what was that? Oh, is that what happens when you click something and you can't make it? It just turns blue. Never seen that before, like. Ah, you highlights it. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's alright though, I just need to go up our fancy ladder here, which we can only access from here. And then going up into an auto crafter. Now the ores should be around about here. So instead of ye crafting more drones, which is bloody plenty obvious, do yous mind crafting some blow bags, please? And I'll just release yees into the wilds. But now, peeps, I'm gonna hang about here until I've got 8 blow bags. I might even be cheeky and gone for 10, you know. I did it! I went for 10! And go on, we'll get back to crafting more bloody drones, even though there shouldn't be any blow bags knocking about here. So now I just need to go under the dome, pick up a fair whack of obsidian. And I'm not concerned in the slightest about this, because I'm pretty sure I've picked up at least 5 uranium rods from that bloody big mine cave there. But if we want to be terraforming this humble planet here, we need to make our efforts that bit more efficient. Therefore, we're going to get some machine optimizers doing in this forest, all clustered together. So tree spreader get multiplied by plants, and get multiplied by oxygen. Big old drill, I want to see you turn green when I put these pressure multiplier fuses in ya. And then if we chuck a yowie, we'll be able to see the big old heater that once again should turn green once we get the heat multiplier fuse on here. And that's just the main boyos. You can see the heat multiplier fuses also affecting the big old drill here. This is a lovely little ecosystem of delight that we've got. And look at that, we're nigh on it. 20 gitties already. But you may have noticed that was only 4 machine optimizers. That's because I'm going to pop a machine optimizer in our bio business room. Because these things in here can take quite some time, especially once we start getting a little bit of a silk generator on the crack. Oh, but I've just thought, the perfect place for this isn't inside, it's outside, on the top. This must be no, this isn't an inside toy only, I've literally just played some outside game. Oh, peeps, I've got a dilemma here, like. Do I just place this on the corner because it does look grand, or do I flick and click it up to here? I'll try a couple at nah, it has to go on the corner. Oh, it certainly has to go on the corner when it's like that! Yes! And I need to have the actual bloody production multiplier fuses in the inventory, didn't you, MiGly? Production multiplier fuses in hand. Now, we have all of those machines in there. That bit more bloody efficient. And while I'm doing that, let's take the emergency exit back in so you can see how we're keeping our power nice and efficient under lead dome. And peeps, should I get the big fancy recycling machine on? Or should I just continue to blast these onto the deck? I'm just after 3 T1 fertilizers at the moment. And you know what, peeps? I've actually answered my own question while dismantling all of this doing a T1 fertilizer. I will keep this machine because I can very easily just click all of this stuff, put it in with piles of shite chests where they belong, and then if they get super duper annoying, I can real casually chuck them in the shredder here. And I'm pretty happy with that little production multiplier, because that should mean when I pop 1 uncommon lava, 1 bacteria sample and 1 fertilizer in here, this doesn't take as long. Now I'm not sure if that was any quicker, but with our 3 silkworms at hand, it is finally time to get ourselves a silky generator up in here. And that will do. It may be floating, but that's all part of the charm. Now all I need to do is get a container that accepts silk. Please tell me there's an empty storage box under here. Is there shite? These are all chock-a-block. Well, we'll get back to that one. I mean, we've got the fabs chest. That could double up as a bit of a silk storage, considering that's how you make the fabric, you know. And I didn't feel bad about that. It's only 1 row of fabric in here anywho. But while we've got our silk generator, generating that silk ever so slightly quicker thanks to that machine optimizer there, why didn't we get outside, have our lovely little schlep from the river that we like to do, and then dive in our rover and yeet ourselves straight off the edge here. I'm not even gonna space it. I'm going all the way to the bottom. And if no worry, rover, I'm gonna pop you in me hoop, because we are gonna go for an explore to another planet once I get a bloody Ozma rod in me inventory. But as I was, because we need to escape humble and gone all the way back to Selena, just to ensure that we get the most maximum efficiency possible when launching rockets, aka we need to set up some bloody space trade port transport to Humble for selenium. But that is going to have to be in the next episode. So have yourselves a canny old time and a toodle.